Hello everyone, myself Samren Shahasta. Today let's learn the new topic, that is TCP connection. It is very important question which is almost being repeated in every question papers. So I have covered most of the important points in this. If you go through this, it will help in remembering the examination. So first is the introduction part. In introduction part, first point is TCP is a connection oriented. As we have already learned that connection oriented protocol is nothing but it establishes the logical path between the source and the destination. Means here all the segments of the particular messages belonging to particular messages, they are sent from source to the destination through this logical path. Okay. Next point is TCP connection is logical but not physical. Means since TCP uses the services of IP in which is a connectionless protocol, it can be connection oriented, but only connection is logical, not the physical. Third point is it operates at higher level. Higher level means TCP uses services of IP to send individual segments to the receiver. Means it takes the help of the IP in sending the any of the segments of the particular messages from source to the destination, but all the connection is controlled by the TCP itself. Okay. Next point, retransmission of segments is done. Means here if any data or segment is lost or corrupted, then the retransmission of segments is done by the TCP, and reordering of the segment is also done by the TCP. Means if any of the segments are overlapped or missed, then this TCP holds for some time and waits till that segment is arrived and then continues the process. This reordering and retransmission is not linked, or it is not IP is unaware of this reordering and retransmission. Now let's go on for the TCP connection phases. Means for any establishing the connection, this three steps are there. TCP connection requires three phases. That is, first one is connection establishment, second one is data transfer, and third one is connection termination. Here in first part we will learn how connection is established between client and the server. Okay. So first point here I cover is TCP transmits data in full duplex mode. Means if any two TCPs, okay, example I have taken is TCP1 and TCP2, having two machine 1 and machine 2 are connected, then they can send the segments simultaneously to each other. After they are connected, first what happens is they are initialized. First they are initialized, later the any of the TCPs, that is TCP2 takes the approval of TCP1 for any data transfer. Okay. Now in this connection establishment is done only by the three-way handshaking. Let's take one example of three-way handshaking. That is in this example we take client program. Okay. Here client program wants to make a connection with the server program. Okay. Using TCP as transport layer. Means here clients makes the connection with the server and using TCP as a transport layer. Now here the process begins with the server. Means first what happens, server makes a request to the TCP that it is ready to accept, that is it is ready to make connection with the any of the client server. This request is called as passive open. Okay. Now second, what happens, second next stage is the client makes a request to TCP that it is ready to be connected to any of the server program. This request is called as active open. Okay. Now let's study how the three-way handshaking begins. This is the diagram of three-way handshaking for connection establishment. In detail we will study after studying the steps of this. Here in this three steps are there. First is what happens, first is client sends the first segment to the server. This segment is called a sync segment. Okay. By this the sync flag is set. Next point is client chooses first sequence number called as initial sequence number. Means along with the it chooses the segment, along with the segment it synchronizes the sequence number to the server. Okay, randomly it chooses one of the first sequence number. This is called as initial sequence number. Next point is it does not contain any acknowledgement number or window size. Means only the sync segment is sent over this, not the acknowledgement. Next point, sync segment is a control segment and carries no data. Means it has specified here that it is a control segment. Sync segment is nothing but it is a control segment. It carries none of the data but consumes one sequence number in this step. Now next step is, in the second step, the server sends the second segment plus acknowledgement to the client. The second segment is nothing but the SYN segment plus acknowledgement segment to the client. By this, the SYN flag as well as acknowledgement flag are set. Next point, SYN segment is used for communication in other direction. Okay. Next is SYN segment is used for initializing the sequence number. Means for any, as we have learned in first step, that first initialization of the sequence number is done. Here the this SYN segment is used for initializing the second sequence number. Okay. Third point is acknowledgement segment is used for acknowledgement of the first segment sent from the client. Okay. Here window size is defined as when we'll use the acknowledgement segment, then the window size, that is receive window size, is defined in this step. Now last step is one sequence number is consumed. Here as we have learned that no data is consumed but only the one sequence number is consumed. Now let's go for the third step. In third step, the client sends the third segment to the server and this third segment is nothing but the acknowledgement segment. By this, the acknowledgement flag is set here. Next step, next point is acknowledgement recipient of the means it acknowledges, acknowledgement segment is used in order to acknowledge the recipient of the second segment. It does not carry any data, as we have discussed in previous steps also, that it does not carry any of the data. Last step is it does not consume any of the sequence number. In the above two steps we have learned that it consumes the one of the sequence number, but here it does not consume any of the sequence number. Referring to the diagram, we will understand clearly. This is the diagram of three-way handshaking for connection establishment. Here this is the client process, client transport layer, and server transport layer, server process. First after passive open, next is active open. Okay, here the process begins of the three steps of connection establishment. First step, as we have learned, that this client sends the first segment to the server. Okay, this SYN segment. So by this SYN flag is set here. It chooses the random number, that is random sequence number is chosen here. In this example, we have chosen as 8000 as a random sequence number is sent from the client to the server. In second step, what happens? The second segment plus second sync segment plus acknowledgement is sent from the server to the client. With the sequence number, it is as 15K and acknowledgement is 8001. The sequence number is 8000, so it is 8001 plus 1 is added here. So by this, acknowledgement flag is set and the sequence sync flag is set here. Okay, now here the connection is open. Later what happens is the client sends the third segment, that is the acknowledgement is sent from client to the server. By the sequence number is same 8000, it is not changed here, 8001, and acknowledgement is 15001. Only here the acknowledgement flag is set And RWND, as we have learned that it is a receive window size is defined here. Here also it is defined, is sent from client to the server, but this connection is open. Here in this diagram only few fields are being shown here. That is here only the sequence number is shown, okay, and acknowledgement number is shown here, and control flags such as sync flag and acknowledgement flag and window size is shown. Only few. Now let's study about the SYN flooding attack. SYN flooding attack is one of the biggest security problem in connection establishment of the TCPs. It takes place when one or more malicious attackers are nothing but hackers, sends more number of SYN segment to the receiver, okay, acting as if all segments are coming from different sources by using fake IP addresses. Means what happens here, the hackers only from one system they will send many requests to the server from acting as if a client, and sends many segments to the server. So by this what happens, server accepts all the so this segments and allocates the resources to them. So by this all the resources are allocated by the fake hackers, that is fake clients. By using, they will use the fake IP addresses, okay. This is also called as the denial of service attack, as all the resources of the server are allocated by the fake clients, so there will be no resources available for the main clients, which must be allocated. So when requests are sent from the client which should be allocated, there will be no resources available in the server. So by this all the resources are allocated to the fake clients. Solutions of this SYN flooding attack is limit connection during specified period. Means at a time this attackers will send many number of segments now. So for this time is limited, okay. Second point is filter out datagram. Means here they will use IP addresses, fake IP address is used. So before accepting and allocating the resources in the server, what server TCPs will do is filtering out the IP addresses. Means which it will check whether it is a valid IP address or not, and then it allocates the resources according to it. Move on to the second phase, that is data transfer. After the connection establishment, bidirectional data transfer takes place. Means if the client wants to send the data and acknowledgement in one direction, and this server also wants to send the data in another direction, data and acknowledgement, they can send in both the directions. It's a bidirectional, okay. Second point is data travels in same direction as acknowledgement are carried on the same segment. Means in the direction of data travels, okay, in the same direction the acknowledgement also carries the same segment. For example, in first step the client sends the 2k bytes in two segments, okay. In two segments the client sends the 2000 bytes from client to the server. In second step the server then sends the 2k bytes in only one segment, the server sends the 2k bytes to the client. And in third step client sends one more segment, okay. In first three segments or first two steps, what happens is both the data as well as acknowledgement is sent, but in the last segment, that is the fourth segment or the last step, only the acknowledgement is sent, not the data is sent. Point is the client data segment has a push flag set. Means this push flag enables the server TCP to deliver the data sent from the client to the server process when it is received, okay. And the last point is segment of the server does not have any push flag, only the client data segment has the push flag, not the server data segment, okay. In this diagram it is clearly explained. First is after connection established, what happens is the request is sent by the client to the server, Okay, with the sequence number, acknowledgement number, here the push flag is set and the acknowledgement flag is also set with the data bytes as 8001 and to the 9000, and it is being received at the server. Okay, this is the first this here 1 2k of bytes are sent in two segments. Here 1k of byte is sent, and in the second step another k of 1k of byte is sent here. Here again send request is means request is sent with the sequence number, acknowledgement, and this push flag is set, and another 1k of byte is sent. That is from 9000 it stop here, and from here it starts from 9001 to 10,000 k. Okay, means 10,000. From then it is received here, and again in the third step what happens, this server sends the 2k of bytes, okay, in only in one segment. Means here see, sequence number we have 15,001 and acknowledgement as 10,001. Okay, data bytes we are sending from 15,001 to 17,000. Means 2k of bytes are sent from server to the client. And in the last segment what happens is, the client sends one more segment. This contains only the acknowledgement. Here three steps contains both data and acknowledgement. Here only the acknowledgement is sent with sequence number 10,001 and acknowledgement 17,001. Acknowledgement is set here, and RWND. Here also RWND is mentioned because of acknowledgement here also. And last is connection termination. In this, acknowledgement is sent from client to the receiver, and then connection termination. Now next is pushing data. We have already learned that the sending TCP uses specific buffer to store the data coming from sending application program. This sending TCPs can select any segment size of their desire. Same as the sending TCPs, receiving TCPs can also use the buffer to store the data they arrive, data which is arrived, and it delivers to the particular application program when they are ready. So by this sending and receiving, this increases the efficiency of TCP. Okay, occasions there is no need of like this flexibility. For example, let us consider an application program which communicates interactively with the other application program. Okay, so this first application program wants to send a chunk of data to the application program on the other side, which is located on the other side, and receive an immediate response. Means without any delay of transmission or without any delay of delivery. It wants immediate response. So in such situation, TCP handles. Okay. Here what happens is, an application program at the sender requests a push operation. This means that the sending TCP must not wait till the window size is filled. Okay, it should create the segment and send it immediately. And also sending TCP must set the push bit, means it should set the push bit to 1 so that the TCP at the receiving end should come to know that it should deliver the segments immediately after it comes to the particular application program. Means without any delay in waiting to the data to come, it should deliver it immediately. This implies to change TCP byte oriented to chunk oriented TCP. This changes the byte oriented to chunk oriented TCP. Origin byte. First point is TCP is a stream oriented protocol. Stream oriented protocol is nothing but here the data is presented in the form of a stream of bytes from application program to the TCP. Here what happens is the data is given some particular position in the stream. Okay, in some situation an application program needs to send urgent bytes. Urgent bytes are nothing but these are some of the bytes which have to be reserved in special way at the receiver end. Okay, solution of this is by setting the URG bit as 1. Here what happens, the sending application program tells its sending TCP that some particular data is urgent. So the sending TCP then creates the segment and inserts the particular data at the beginning only. Okay, now we will refer the diagram and I'll show it. So in this diagram, it is clear that the sending TCP creates the segment and it inserts the urgent data at the beginning, and the normal data is behind this urgent data. So after this, how does after this the this urgent pointer field in the header of this urgent data will indicate the ending of the urgent data. Okay. Now let's take an example of this. Let the sending sequence number is 15,000, that is 15k, and urgent pointer is 200. Then first byte will be 15,000 and the last byte will be 15,200. So urgent data, first urgent data is inserted here. First it is 15,000, this 15,000, and the last byte will be 15,200. Application program at sender marks some portion of byte string to be treated as special treatment at the receiver. Means, as I have said, that urgent data is nothing but urgent byte, or urgent data is nothing but it should be treated as a special at the receiver. Third phase, that is connection termination. Connection termination is nothing but closing of the connection which was established before between the client and the server. Here there are two methods of connection termination. First is three-way handshaking and the second is four-way handshaking, which uses the half close method. First we will study of three-way handshaking. In three-way handshaking, first step is, here the client sends the first segment to the server called as a FIN segment. By this the FIN flag is set here. Okay. The FIN segment may include the last chunk of data to be sent to the server from the client, or can be a control segment. Okay. If it is a control segment, then it consumes one sequence number, or else it doesn't consume any sequence number. Now second step is, the server sends the second segment to the client. This second segment is nothing but FIN segment plus acknowledgement segment. By this the FIN flag as well as acknowledgement flag is set here. It contains last chunk of data from the server to the client, or if not carrying any data, then it consumes one sequence number. And the last step, that is the third step, that is the client sends the last segment, that is the acknowledgement segment, to the server with the acknowledgement flag as set here. And here no sequence number is consumed and no data is consumed or carried. Okay. This diagram describes the three-way handshaking. Here first active close happens in the client process to client transport layer. Here first, in first step, as we have learned, the client sends the first segment to the server with the FIN flag as set. Okay. In the second step, what happens? The server sends the second segment to the client with FIN flag as well as the acknowledgement flag as set, sending the FIN segment and as well as acknowledgement segment to the client. By this the connection is closed in the client process. Last step is, here the client sends the last segment, that is acknowledgement segment, to the receiver. By this the acknowledgement flag is set here and the connection is closed in the server part. Okay. It is nothing but the half close method, which is also called, which is the four-way handshaking method. It is nothing but in TCP, one end and can stop data while still receiving data. This is called as half close. Means this half close request can be done by either client or the server. Now for taking the example like client. Okay. First what does the client is, sends the data. Okay. After that it terminates the connection between the this client to the server, but it can receive the data from the server. Now let's study it by using the example of sorting. In sorting, what happens? The client sends the data to the server which has to be sorted. This server, it receives all the data before sorting. Okay. After sending the data to the server, this client closes the connection in client to server direction, but it can receive the data. After this, the server to client direction is open so that the sorted data can be sent from the server to the client. Here, next point is data transfer from the client to the server stops, as I said before. So here there are 4 steps for half closing. First step is client to server. Client sends the fin segment to the server. By this, the fin flag is set. In this, what happens? The client no more can send the data from client to the server, but it can receive the data from server to the client. Here, connection is terminated between the client to the server. So second step is server sends the acknowledgement segment to the client. By this, the acknowledgement flag is set here. By sending acknowledgement segment from server to the client, server indicates that it has received the fin segments, and it accepts the half close of the client in this step. After sending the sorted data from server to the client, then the third step comes into effect. In this third step, the server sends the fin segment to the client, that is by which the fin flag is set here. And then since the client has received the fin segment, then it sends back the acknowledgement segment to the server. By this, the acknowledgement flag is set in the fourth step. From the diagram, I'll explain how this process begins. After the active close between client process and client transport layer, the first segment is sent by the client to the server. After transferring the data or delivering the data from client to the server, the first step comes into effect. In first step, the client sends the first segment, that is fin segment, from client to the server. Okay, so fin flag is set here. And in second step, what happens? Since it has received the this fin segment, it gives the feedback, that is acknowledgement, to the client. This server gives the acknowledgement to the client. By this, the connection is closed in the client process. After data, since data segment from the server to client, data segment from server to client, this is an acknowledgement from client to server. After this, the third step begins here. After data is sorted and given by server to the client, the third step is the server gives the third segment, that is the fin segment, from server to the client is delivered. Then the fourth step comes into effect, that is client sends back the feedback, that is acknowledgement, from client to the server. By this, the connection is closed here. This is the end of this half close method and TCP connection. Thank you.